We're doing a book haul. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're doing a book haul today. It's not because I've started this channel, I promise, but I do have a reason. I can justify myself on this. I can. I haven't bought books in a while, to the point where I have a list of about 30 books that I really want to buy. And do you know what triggered this? Do you know what triggered this book haul? So picture this. You go into your local Waterstones with your sister because you go about once a week or so, once every fortnight for coffee. And it's a great time. It's your favourite time, actually. So you walk in, you're feeling good, you have a nice new perfume on, your sister looks stunning, as she always does, and you have £10 on your Waterstones card. £10. A free book. That is one full free book if you're smart about it. So before you go for coffee, you start browsing the sections. You go up to the tables, you go up to the horror section. You look through the manga, you look through the classics, you look through the romances, see if anything takes your eye. And there are a few. There are a few things that catch your eye, actually. But you're paralyzed. You are completely paralyzed. You have no idea what to buy because your list of books that you've been wanting for months is about 30 books long. And if you buy a book that's not on that list, you're going to think, well, what about the books that I've been wanting for months, for years even? And if you buy one of those books, you think, well, which one do I choose? Because I want all of them so badly. I want all of them in equal amount. Which one do I choose? And if I choose that one, will all of the other ones feel left out? So you're there in your favourite place, in your favourite time, and you are completely overcome with indecision. And I don't like feeling paralysed when I go into a bookshop. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. So I made the decision to do a haul. I made a decision to do a haul so that the next time I go into Waterstones, I don't feel extremely confused. So that's what we're doing today. So I think I have about 13. I think I have about 13 books that I'm going to show you that I bought because I wanted to. The first one, it was a little bit of an impulse buy and actually got it from the works. I didn't get it from Waterstones. So Rewitched. You've probably seen this around and about on BookTube. I've seen it in a couple of people's videos. It's got the works sprayed edges, as you can see. I don't know how I feel about sprayed edges on a paperback book. I feel like that's a hardback privilege. But I bought it because I thought, it's coming up to October. It's cozy. It's witchy. I love a good cozy witchy book. So it's basically about a witch who works at a bookshop. And I'm just really excited for it. I'm really excited for it. Oh, it's going to be so cozy. It's going to be such a nice book to read when it rains. So that was my first purchase. I don't think I can put these anywhere behind me that you'll be able to see them. So I'm just going to put them back on the floor because that's currently where they live. I then also picked up from Waterstones, and again, this was an impulse purchase. So basically, what I said in the beginning, my justification, doesn't really hold up very well, actually. The rest of the ones that I've been wanting for a while, so we'll get these two done and then I'll show you. But this one is Thirst. I saw this on one of the I think it was actually on like the cult classics table, but the cover, it just pulled me to it. I just had to read the back. A breakout genre-blurring novel from one of the most exciting new voices of Latin America's feminist Gothic. It says about a vampire who arrives from Europe, and she must adapt to life with humans. And I had to buy it. I love vampires. Do you know some people, especially with paranormal creatures, some people have kind of like the ones that they like the most. So you've got some people who really like witches. You've got some people who really like werewolves. You've got some people who really like demons. I really like vampires. That could be the Twilight mania still hanging on like 2 decades later. I'm not sure, but a book about vampires. It's coming up for spooky season. I had to buy it. That's my justification for that one. I had to buy it. So the next one is actually a book that I've been wanting to read ever since I did my degree, because during my degree it was on my reading list, but I was a very bad student and I read nothing on that reading list. I read absolutely nothing, but I was really, really interested in this one. It's After Dark by Murakami. I was really interested in this book. So why didn't you read it? I hear you ask. Tia, it was on your reading list. Probably would have gotten a higher mark in that module if you had read this book. Why didn't you read it? Because I don't like being told what to read. I don't like reading to feel like an obligation. And if you tell me that I have to read this book, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You can ask me, hey Tia, would you like reading this book? Do you think this is a book that you'd be interested in? Yes. And I will pick it up. But if I have to, no. So After Dark, and I finally bought it, what is it, a couple of years. When was this module? The year 2 of my undergraduate, I think. So it's like a good five-ish years after. but I have it now, which means that I can read it now, which means that I can choose to pick it up and enjoy it because of that reason and not because I've been forced to read it by lecturers. So, After Dark, and it basically, I believe, from what I remember from uni, spans like a night. So all of this happens in a night. Strange nocturnal happenings or a trick of the night. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to read this one. I do have a couple of Murakami, so I can add this one to my collection and I can get to it. Maybe I should do a Murakami vlog. Reading Murakami. No, it'll come up. It'll come up when it comes up. The next one, or two actually, I might do these as like a duo. So we have now, I think I said it in my very first video, my reorganizing my bookshelves video, that Ray Bradbury is one of my favorite authors. I love Ray Bradbury. So I bought The October Country and the one that I've been wanting for years that I've never bought, The Halloween Tree. I bought these online because I couldn't find them in a physical store. But I am so excited. I am so excited for these. You have no idea. You will probably see me read them very, very soon. Considering, I mean, The Halloween Tree in The October Country. We've got like what, a week and a bit, a weekish, 2 weeks until October. No one can hold me back from picking these up. No one. I don't care. If I have to rig my TBR, no, I won't. I will be picking these up regardless of if they come up on my TBR because it is the perfect time to read them. So, The Halloween Tree. On Halloween night, 8 trick-or-treaters gather at the haunted house by the edge of town ready for adventure. But when something, capital S, whisks their friend Pip away, only one man can help the boys find him. Join the sinister Carapace Clavicle Mound Shroud. That's difficult to say. Join the sinister Carapace Clavicle Mound Shroud as he takes them on an unforgettable journey through space and time, deep into the mysteries of this spookiest of all nights. Can the boys save Pip before it's too late? Ooh, it's perfect Halloween. It's on Halloween. Do I read it on Halloween or do I read it before Halloween? Will it get me into the Halloween mood if I read it before Halloween? Probably. Will I read it today? I don't know. And then The October Country, it's many places, a picturesque Mexican village where death is a tourist attraction, a city beneath a city where drowned lovers are silently reunited, a carnival midway where a tiny man's most cherished fantasy can be fulfilled night after night. In 1955, Bradbury selected and extensively revised 15 stories originally published in his first book and added 4 newer tales that rounded off the contents of The October Country. So it looks like this is kind of like an anthology of a few short stories. And I'm excited. Let's hope they all take place in October. New books by my favorite author. Perfect for the month that we are just transitioning into. Expect these in the reading vlog soon. I'm not sure how interesting this all is to you, but I'm extremely excited. So the next book that I've hauled is The Secret History. I got the American cover, I got the American edition, and it is extremely floppy. This is the cover that my sister wanted. She's got the normal UK paperback, but because of that, I had to get this edition because otherwise they'll look the same. And I can't read hers because she's annotated it. And she doesn't want me to read it yet. And I also want to annotate it because she told me that I probably would enjoy that. So I bought my own edition and I am very excited to read it. It is a dark academia, I believe. Under the influence of a charismatic classics professor, a group of clever, eccentric misfits at a New England college discover a way of thought and a life a world away from their banal contemporaries. But their search for the transcendent leads them down a dangerous path beyond the human constructs of morality. I'm excited for this one. My sister said that it touches on obsession and obviously academia, and I think there's like twins in there, and I'm a twin, so let's see how that's written. And beauty. There's a lot about beauty. I think she said the main character is obsessed with beauty. So I'm really excited to read this one. Actually, I'm very excited to read this one. I wonder if I'll discover what the secret is. So yeah, the next one my sister is also jealous that I have bought, and it is Letters to a Young Poet by Rilke. I've been wanting this for a while. I've been wanting this for about 2-3 years. The problem with a lot of these books is I cannot find them in my bookshop. Like I can't. So I've been putting off buying and buying until I couldn't anymore because I was paralyzed by my want for them. So some of these I did buy online from Books Please because I wanted them. And they were not in the shop. So this is just letters, Rilke's letters. He gives advice on writing, love, sex, suffering. And I'm very excited for this one. I don't think I've read kind of like letters or essays from an author before, but it's something that I do really want to get into. There's a couple of Shirley Jacksons that I want to get. I'd actually be interested in reading, see if Ray Bradbury has any. There's even a who is it? Van Gogh. There's even a Van Gogh one that my sister's interested in getting. So yeah, I'm really excited to give this one a shot, and it's extremely short. It's like 70-ish pages. So I could probably read this in one sitting, and I'll see if it inspires me. I'll see if it opens my eyes to anything as a writer that I haven't thought about before. So yes, I'm very excited about this one. Okay, we don't have that many more to go. We don't have that many more. The next one I've been wanting since I was about 13, I think. So it's Beowulf.
Hi guys, Editing Tia here. So this is pronounced Beowulf. Actually, it's not Beowulf. I know that. Recording Tia obviously doesn't. But I'll continue to say Beowulf because that's apparently how my brain reads it. But it is Beowulf. Beowulf, Tia. Beowulf. Also, when I say junior school, I actually mean senior school. You know, so we're just full of errors. Here, we're just confused and completely full of errors.
It is, I know. The reason that I wanted this is it's kind of like a stupid reason, but it's a reason no less. I mean, one, it's Beowulf, and there's someone who likes literature. I would love to read this. But two, it's because, you know, in junior school, I don't know if yours did, but my junior school had pictures of book covers on the wall to the library. On the wall where the entrance to the library was, they had framed book covers. And the very first one on that wall was Beowulf. And that has been that ever since I've seen that, I've been wanting to pick this book up. Ever since I've seen that, I've been wanting to read this book. So I bought it because I'm nearly 28. I think now is the time to read it. I think if I'd read it when I was 13, I probably would have had some issues. But I bought it now because even if I don't understand it, I have more of a chance. I have more of a chance of understanding that one. So I bought the verse translation. So Penguin, I believe, does this in a verse translation and a prose translation. I assumed that the verse translation would be closer to the original because it is an extremely old story. So what I think I'll do is I'll read this one, and then if I enjoy it, I think I might buy the prose translation just to see what the differences are, to see if it affects my understanding of the story at all. But yes, so I'm very, very excited for this one. 13-year-old Tia is screaming for joy. She feels like a proper adult now, so I had to throw her a bone. The next one is one that I am highly, highly excited for. Like, I'm so excited for. Do you know when you're just like on a bookshop website or Amazon or literally anything about books, and you're just scrolling and you're just scrolling, and then there's one that's recommended, and then you click it, and then you carry on. You carry on. You kind of go down like this spiral of recommended books of similar books. And that's how I found out about Melmoth the Wanderer. Oh, I'm so excited to read this one. I'm so excited to read this one. In a satanic bargain, Melmoth has sold his soul in exchange for immortality and now preys on the helpless in their darkest moments, offering to ease their suffering if they will take his place and release him from his tortured wanderings. His history is pieced together by those who have glimpsed his eerie existence over the centuries. Violent, elusive, profound, and blackly humorous, Melmoth the Wanderer was greatly admired by writers such as Balzac, Poe, Dostoevsky, and Oscar Wilde for his baroque imagery and hallucinatory power. That is everything I'm looking for in a book. It's gothic, it's dark, it's psychological, it's hallucinatory. It inspired some of my favorite writers, Wilde, Poe. Like, what more could I want? What more could I'm so excited to read this. It's floppy as well, which gives it additional bonus points in my books. And I'm just, I'm so excited to read this, and this might be the next book I pick up. Although I shouldn't. Although I might. Although I shouldn't really, because I have all of these books that have been on my bookshelf for a while. But I might. I'm so excited for this book. You guys have no idea. Do you guys get excited for books when you buy them? And then that's all you want to read because, I mean, they're new books. They're new. And you obviously bought them because you were interested in them at that moment. And that moment probably lingers. So, like, the next day, all you want to do is pick up your new books. And then you can see all of your old books on the TBR crying because they feel like they're dying because you haven't looked at them in 10 years. I will pick you up, guys, I promise. Just maybe after all of my shiny new pretty things. Okay, so the next one is a non-fiction. It's a non-fiction, and I think you might have seen it in one of my vlogs. It's Heaven and Hell. It's a non-fiction about heaven and hell. So where did the ideas of heaven and hell come from? In this gripping history of the afterlife, Bart Ehrman reveals how the concepts of heaven and hell developed and took hold and why they endure to this day. I am fascinated by the concepts of heaven and hell, especially as they relate to literature. So obviously you've got like Dante's Inferno, you've got Paradise Lost, you've got all of these things, even Shakespeare. They use a lot of biblical references, and there's all these references in and out of literature, in and out of classic literature and modern literature about heaven, about hell, about the in between places, purgatory. I'm just very, very excited for this book. Very, very excited to read this book. My sister picked it up from the shelf. She was browsing the philosophy section. She picked it up from the shelf and she called me over. She went like this. I snatched it straight out of her hands and carried it away. In that split second, I knew that this was a book. This was a book that I needed to own. And now I own it. And I'm very, very happy about how I own it. And I think it's going to inspire me. I think it's going to help my understanding of other literature that I pick up. I think it's going to help my understanding about people and their beliefs and religion. And I'm just very excited to read this. A History of the Afterlife, which is absolutely funny when you think about it. A history of the afterlife. So it might not interest a lot of you, this one. But I'm very, very excited to read it. I'm very, very excited to learn. Also, the cover's gorgeous. Look at this. It's not focusing, it's just focusing on my face. But I don't know why, because this is the star of the show. Oh, I'm so excited. That's all you're going to hear me say in this video. The next one, Quickfire. Emily Wilde. Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales. It's the third one in the series that I own. I read the other two. I really, really like them. I love the slow building romance in this. And I love that the main character she's not even that concerned with the romance. She's more concerned with her work, with her scholarly work. And I just love that. This is one of the cozy stories that I like to read when I'm feeling a bit burnt out on, horror and more depressy stories. So, yep, third one in the series. Very excited to finish off. Next, we have Deathless. And I think this is based on Russian folklore, spanning many of the great developments of Russian history in the 20th century. So I found out about this book. I was watching a YouTuber. I cannot remember her name. I will input it somewhere. But it was like I think she talks about kind of like bookish, like dramas and happenings in the bookish spaces in the book community. And I don't know. I love a bit of drama. Yeah, she mentioned this. She mentioned how it's one of her favorite books and how she loves how it's written. She said the prose is beautiful and the premise. I went and looked it up because look at the cover. I had to go and look this book up. And the premise intrigued me. And I do like Russian folklore. I like folklore in general. So I had to buy this book. Did I have to? Was someone holding a knife to my throat? No. But did I have to? Otherwise, I would say very, very mean things about myself for the next couple of months in order to convince me to go out and buy it so that it would stop. Yes, so I did. And the final book, the biggest book in this book haul, and the one that I think my sister wants to kill me the most over buying, is Demons by Dostoevsky. I won't lie to you, this is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. They don't have this in my local Waterstone, so this is one of the ones that I had to order online. I wasn't expecting it to be this chunky. I mean, this is bigger than Crime and Punishment. So yeah, oh my God. It's heavy too. It's got a weight to it. It's what my brain's going to feel like after I read it. Honesty time. Confession time. I haven't actually read a Dostoevsky yet. But my sister has do you know you saw me fangirl over Shirley Jackson? Yeah, she kind of has that with Dostoevsky. And I trust my sister's book recommendations completely. So if she loves Dostoevsky, chances are I'm going to love Dostoevsky. As you can see, I have Crime Punishment here. I do want to get the Penguin edition actually because I want to annotate it. My sister annotated it because she studied law. She has a lot to say about that book. But she wants me to also annotate it so we can compare our thoughts on it, compare where we come from when we're reading it. But I won't be able to. That's not the right book. I won't be able to annotate this edition because the pages are extremely thin, extremely thin, and you would be able to see everything through every single page. So I'm gonna pick up a different edition of this so that I can annotate it. And then I'm going to pick up Demons because I think out of all of his books, this might be the one that interests me the most. So whoever conquers pain and fear, he himself will be God. And I'm just really excited to read this. and my sister, she wants to kill me for it. When I came into her with all of these books, this is one of the ones that she took from me. She held it like this. And for a good 20 minutes, I could not get her arms to loosen. So we'll see how long it actually stays on my shelves for, and whether or not she steals it when I'm not looking, because she does that. I mean, if you ever see some of the books on my bookshelf missing, it's because she's come in and she's taken them. I do get them back. I tend to. This one, I might not. We're following the leaders of a Russian revolutionary cell whose aim is to overthrow the government and seize power from themselves. And I'm extremely excited for this book. I don't know when I'll get to it because it's chunky. I mean, look at it. And I'll be annotating. So it'll probably take me like a full month to read and annotate and tab and all of that good stuff. So we'll figure out when I get to it. I might do maybe its own reading vlog because it's going to take me I said a month. I think that was a bit ambitious, maybe like a year. This one will come after Crime and Punishment. So it'll be a little while since I picked this one up, but I needed it on my shelf, not to remind me that I want to read it because it's been in the back of my brain for months, but just so that it's there for when I feel the calling. So yes, those were all of the books I'd hauled. I would hold them up to you. Hold on, I'll see if I can do it actually. These are all of the books I've hauled. So I'll put that on my lap for now because I've lost all feeling in my arm. So about 13 books, I think. I'm happy with that number. Bookshelves might not be happy with that number. I don't usually buy books in bulk like this. I'll usually go into a bookstore and buy one or two. I think that's more of a sustainable way of buying books. But occasionally I do need to I just need to throw caution to the wind and have a whole lot, like enough that I can't hold them. There are a couple more that I'm going to add into this haul as honorary mentions. And by that I mean they're not mine, but they are on my bookshelf. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to put these back down on the floor now because they're all going to fall off. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, honorary mention. Okay, so you've probably seen these ones in vlogs if you've looked at my bookshelf, and they've been behind me this entire time. So if any of you are hawk-eyed, you'll know which ones I've picked up. So these aren't mine. They are my sister's, but she does not have enough room on her bookshelf for them. She also knows that I want them. And then when she bought them, I was extremely jealous of her because they're hers, but not now because they're on my bookshelf, which kind of de facto makes them mine. It's the complete collection of Shakespeare. Tia, I hear you say, you said that you were highly intimidated by plays. Yes, so there are a few in here that I probably wouldn't read. But I love Macbeth and I love The Tempest. And I also love The Crucible, even though that's not Shakespeare. So those ones I really, really want to reread. And I have been wanting to reread them for a few years now because I think Macbeth I studied in junior school year for GCSE, which was over a decade ago. Wow. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about the complete collection of William Shakespeare. So yes, we have all of his tragedies, volumes 2 and 1. I'm going to put those back because they will fall and they're not mine, so I don't want to damage them. Enjoy the back of my head for a second. We have hardbacks are so heavy, needlessly heavy. His histories, I think. Yes, his histories, volumes 1, 2. Then we have his comedies, 2 volumes of his comedies, as it seems. They do that. Everyman's Library. Oh. Everyman's Library does them all in 2 volumes. So we've got volumes 1 and 2 of his comedies. I'm not sure which one's which. But these will go back on the shelf now. We have his romances, which does not include Romeo and Juliet. And neither does the tragedies, I don't think. I think Romeo and Juliet's in his comedies, actually. Let me check, because I remember when we were looking through it, it completely threw me off. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet is in his comedies, volume 1. Is that right? Because I always assumed that it was a tragedy first and foremost. And then if not a tragedy, then a romance. I don't think there's that much that's funny about it. You know, children dying and all that stuff. So, I mean, I guess they can put it in whatever they want, can't they? We have his romances, Missing Romeo and Juliet. And then we have his sonnets and his narrative poem. The other day, my sister came into my room and we picked up a couple of the poetry collections I have. So I picked up John Donne. She picked up the Byron, Keats and Shelley one that she really wants. Every time she comes in here, she just asks me to give it to her now. It's not happening. I got it secondhand, so she can find it secondhand as well. I think I paid like £3 for it. She really wants it. and the sonnets, and we just kind of flicked around in pages. We set out a page number and we read whatever poem was on that page, whatever sonnet was on that page to each other. And that was a really nice time. So, yes, honorary mentions of books that aren't mine but are on my shelves and will soon be mine if she forgets that they're here. Because she does. She forgets that they're here. I'm really happy. I'm really, really happy. It's been a while since I've bought books. It's been a while since I've hauled books. So I feel great. Actually, I feel great. Now, there are still some books that are on my list that I didn't buy because I did have to rein myself in a little bit. I couldn't go all out crazy, you know? If I end up buying those, I might just add them in here and there into whatever reading vlog I'm filming at that time instead of doing like a big haul like this because chances are I'll probably buy one or two at a time. So that's my book haul. Don't expect one in the near future, or maybe expect one in the near future. I don't know. I'm not clairvoyant. So those are my books. And now I have to go because I have to read them. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that it wasn't too rambly, too boring. I'm not sure how other people film book hauls because you haven't read them. What do I say about books I haven't read? I don't know. Just show you how pretty they are. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, maybe give it a like, maybe subscribe, and you'll be able to see me in the near future or distant future read some of these books. I hope you guys have a good day where you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.